I'm quite surprised at how far I got. This week I am making a leopard and I am testing how to use colourwork. Colourwork is not my favourite. Last week I made cheetahs and I tested 2 different ways to make spots. Leopards have bigger spots that look like flowers or bite marks depending on the last YouTube video you watched. I'm using the same pattern that I used for the cheetahs with a few differences. The biggest one is obviously the colours. I'm going to make the leopard a little bit bigger than the cheetah because cheetahs are smaller animals. I'm going to make the feet slightly bigger. The other thing I'm going to add is I want to make the body wider. A cheetah is a sleek animal. The leopard seems to be a bit broader. So I'm going to add more chains between the 2 front legs and the 2 back legs when I join the legs together. I'm constructing this animal just as I have for all the others. I am making 4 legs, joining the legs with chain stitches, crocheting the body up, and then crocheting the head at the front of the animal. Everything else is details. The face, the ears, and the tail. As far as I can tell, there isn't a lot else going on besides all of these spots. I had elaborate plans for these spots, and everything that I thought I was going to do, I didn't. I just want to take a step back here and point out one of the biggest differences between crocheting colour work on a flat surface like a blanket or a jersey and crocheting colour work on a 3D piece like a toy. When you are working in colours on a flat piece, your stitches will line up above each other. It is easy to match up colours for bigger or smaller designs because your stitches are laid out like a grid, like this. If I want to take the same grid pattern and put it onto a 3D toy, the picture is going to get distorted because with crocheting in the round, your stitches tend to lean off to either one side or the other depending on how you crochet. I work yarn under, and my stitches tend to lean off to the right, which means my picture distorts off to the right. The thing to keep in mind when working with a pattern on a 3D piece is you need to account for that distortion. I thought I was going to make 4 squares in a block with 1 in the center. It did not work out like that. The spots also were smaller at the bottom of the animal and got bigger towards the back. I started off with the smaller spots at the bottom, so 1 block at a time, and then I added it to 2 blocks and then increased it to 3 and 4 and 5 as I got to the back. There are 2 sets of colors I needed to keep track of here. The first is the undercoat of the animal, which is the brown and the white in the front, and the other are the spots that go on top of that. I will sew the lighter center in to the middle of each of these flowers at the end of it. I vibe crocheted this entire mess, and to me it does look like a mess. To me it looks untidy. But I think that untidiness worked in my favor. If I hold it far enough, the colors do blend into each other. I got carried away at the front of the head and I stopped paying attention. And for some reason I did white all the way to the top. I will either cover it up or I'm just going to redo the top of the head. These colourwork projects take forever. Each front leg took me a half an hour. Each back leg took me 45 minutes. This is probably 3/4 of the way done. I still need to do the tail, the piece at the bottom. I want to touch up all the flowers. I need to sew the light pieces on the inside of the flowers, and I need to sort that face out. I'm not sure what facial features I want to add just yet. I think all of those spots on the face are throwing me off. This is a work in progress after all. Next week, I'm going to finish up all the pieces, and then I'm going to sew everything together. I'm going to sew the spots on the inside, add the tail, sew all the facial features, put eyes in. I want to add maybe a set of colored eyes in for a change. The leopard out of all of them has very pronounced whiskers, and I would like to add that in as well. Out of all of the pieces I've done so far for this safari adventure story, this animal is a trust the process type of a deal. Even though I'm not a fan of color work, I got to try out this nonsense tool, this plastic separator. It is supposed to hold your threads separate when you are working with colors. And funny enough, it did work. I genuinely can't tell you if it really worked, or if I just wanted it to work. It made my stitch work even, which I did appreciate. This month on Patreon, we are going deep into the details. Things like ears, faces, color work, what little I know about color work, and all the extras that can turn your basic shapes into an animal or a doll or any fantastical creature you can think of. This month's pattern was the elephant with the thick legs, and it includes a full video tutorial. Next week, I'm going to show you exactly how I built this leopard, step by step, so that you can also make a leopard of your own, if you are brave.